Do not fear anyone. Respect is not requested, it is installed. I am not here to talk about crowns, armies, or ancient empires. I am here to talk about something closer, more ordinary, and therefore far more dangerous: respect. Because respect is not negotiated with kindness, it is not earned through explanations, and it is never granted to those who beg for it. Respect appears when your presence establishes an unspoken rule that others feel before they can name it. And if right now people interrupt you, test you, joke at your expense, minimize you, or treat you as optional, it is not because you are bad with people. It is because you are moving through the world without laws. And in a world without laws, the bold dominate by default. Picture a familiar scene: a room full of voices, laughter, glasses clinking, casual conversation. And then it happens. A comment wrapped as humor, a small remark, a subtle jab, nothing openly aggressive, just enough to shrink you in the moment. Your chest tightens, your mind races. Do I respond? Do I laugh it off? If I respond, I seem aggressive. If I stay silent, I seem weak. This is the trap of the insecure. They force you into a false dilemma where every visible reaction costs you status. The system wants you predictable, pleasant, endlessly accommodating. It wants you to confuse kindness with submission. And when someone confuses those two, they become easy to step on. Today you will learn principles, not to become cruel, but to stop being prey. Principles that give weight to your presence, sharpness to your silence, and consequence to your words. Apply them, and something strange will happen. Some people will approach you more carefully. Others will pull away with resentment. That is not failure. That is filtration. Power always filters. The first principle is simple and brutal. Control your reaction, because your reaction is your leash. The instinctive response to disrespect is to explain, justify, defend. But every explanation you give when none was requested is a confession. It says, "Your opinion has power over me." And no one respects someone who shakes at every comment. When someone provokes you, do not rush to respond. Pause. Breathe. Look at them. That pause is not emptiness. It is authority. It is the moment where the other realizes they do not control your nervous system. I watched intelligent men ruin their standing not because they were wrong, but because they reacted too fast. Emotion pulls you off center, and whoever loses center loses the game. Imagine a modern meeting. Someone interrupts you. You do not raise your voice. You do not compete. You stop. You let them finish. Then you continue exactly where you left off, calmly. That single act sends a message no speech can replace. I do not fight for my place. My place is already occupied. The room feels it. The interrupter looks anxious. You own the rhythm. Practice this. The next time your blood rises, take 3 full breaths before speaking. Not 10, not 1, 3. In that micropause, the provocateur loses fuel. They live off your spark. Without it, they fade. Second principle, never be accessible without merit. People value what has a cost and dismiss what is handed over without filter. If you are always available, always responding, always helping, always forgiving, you become background noise. Familiarity without limits kills respect. This is not about playing important. It is about teaching others how to access you with a door, not an open field. Look at your phone. Every notification is a test. Some people pull the string simply to check if they still can, not always consciously. If you respond every time, your mind is trained to obey, and others learn to command. Start small. Do not answer everything immediately. Do not accept last-minute plans. Do not cancel your priorities for someone else's convenience. When people sense that your time has an owner, and that owner is you, They stop treating you like a resource. A sentence that changes everything. I can't today. No explanation. Long explanations invite negotiation. The period closes the door. If they get offended, good. Offense is a detector. Those who respect you will understand. Those who use you will complain. You need to know the difference. Third principle, define your limits without turning them into confessions. The naive believe that if they explain their feelings deeply enough, others will understand and comply. The strategist knows a boundary is not poetry. It is a line. That doesn't work for me. I won't accept that. If it happens again, I step away. No drama, no speeches, no emotional autobiography. Clean firmness is more intimidating than anger. Some people push you to over-explain so they can search your story for weaknesses like lawyers of chaos. Give them 20 reasons and they will attack the weakest one. Give them one line and they have nothing to grip. Boundaries are not negotiated with those who enjoy crossing them. They are enforced. Yes, it will feel uncomfortable at first. You are breaking an image they benefited from. But you are not here to be comfortable. You are here to be respected. Fourth principle, stop competing for approval. Compete for position. Many people live in an imaginary stadium chasing applause, and anyone who needs applause becomes owned by the crowd. Respect comes from position, your role. And roles are built through consistency, not likability. If today you fix everything, tomorrow you are blamed for everything. If today you listen to everyone, tomorrow you become the emotional trash bin. If today you always understand, tomorrow you swallow injustice. Change the role. Speak less, but speak precisely. Add value, not noise. Say I don't know when you don't know, and say no when you don't want. People may not love firmness, but they recognize it, and recognition always carries a trace of fear. That small fear is the cement of respect. Fifth principle, use silence as a weapon, not as a childish punishment. Some people go silent to manipulate, to make others chase them. That is weakness. The silence I'm describing is different. It is strategic withdrawal. It is refusing to argue with someone who wants spectacle. It is letting the other hear themselves. Imagine two people arguing in public. Both shout. No one remembers who was right. Only the noise remains. But if one stops, stands still and stays silent, time slows. Eyes turn. The one shouting shrinks. Proper silence says, "You are not important enough to disturb my center." Sixth principle, never show need. Show choice. Need has a smell. Urgency leaks. And where need exists, people test power. Many treat you poorly because they sense you won't leave. Respect rises when the other understands you could leave and be fine. That you are choosing to be there, not clinging to stay. Enter spaces with the energy of someone who can exit at any time. Not arrogance, dignity. Do not stay where you are tolerated. Stay where you are respected. If someone withholds attention to make you chase, do not run. The chaser loses position. The grounded one gains it. Build a full life. Goals, structure, solitude, discipline. Independence is magnetic. Need is repulsive. Seventh principle, build a reputation for consequence. Reputation is social memory. If you say no and later cave, your no is worthless. If you threaten to leave and never do, you become a joke. If you enforce boundaries only when exhausted, you appear unstable. Respect comes when people know one thing about you. When you say something, it happens. Consequence is not punishment. It is coherence. It is not revenge. It is hygiene. You protect your space, so resentment doesn't rot you from the inside. The formula is simple. Boundary Action. Calm. Don't speak to me like that. Action. You leave. Calm. No follow-up speech. No guilt negotiation. When your words consistently carry action behind them, people listen before you speak. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Applying these principles will cost you relationships. When you stop being useful, some will be angry. When you stop being compliant, some will call you changed. Translation: less controllable. But this cost is a blessing. Respect is not a gift, it is a filter. When the filter works, life becomes lighter. Ask yourself this honestly. Does my kindness have a spine, or is it fear wearing manners? If it is fear, it ends now. Do not fear judgment. Do not fear rejection. The rejection of those who use you is progress. Power does not always shout. Sometimes it walks slowly, holds eye contact, and decides. Disrespect rarely arrives as a punch. It arrives as humidity. A joke today, an interruption tomorrow, a dismissed opinion the next, until one day you are swallowing things that once would have outraged you. Inconvenience early prevents humiliation later. Understand this deeply. The world does not listen to your intentions. It watches your behavior. Stable behavior creates authority. Authority makes people hesitate before crossing you. Your calm is read as strength. Your desperation as poverty. Respect is not about dominance. It is about sovereignty, about no longer negotiating your dignity for temporary peace. Walk like someone who does not apologize for existing. Because predators don't choose the weakest body. They choose the most uncertain posture. Make this your rule. Anyone who wants access to me must treat me with respect. If they cannot, distance is not cruelty, it is clarity. Better alone than diminished. Better grounded than approved. Remember this when your voice shakes. I do not debate my dignity.